Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to continue the last topic from fourth unit, that is switch diversity. Okay, in this switch we already studied about various diversity techniques and studying about micro diversity, right? So the next diversity is the switch diversity. Okay, so here the main principle of this switch diversity is the selection criterion of active diversity branch is monitored. Okay, here it will monitor which one is the best branch to be selected. Okay, so the selection criteria of the active diversity branch is monitored. If it so they will set some threshold value. Okay, so if it falls below a threshold value, then the receiver will switch on to the different antenna. Okay, there will be many antennas will be there, so the selection criteria of the branch is monitored. Okay, so they will select which one is the best, right? So the selection criteria, it will be monitored. If it falls below a certain threshold value, then the receiver switches to a different antenna. So what about this switching? That is just connecting to some antenna. Okay, it just depends on the quality of the active diversity branch. Okay, if the quality is good means it will select that antenna. Okay, it does not matter whether the other branches actually provides a better signal quality or not. Okay, okay, when it select one of the branch and thinks that is good for good, it is good, they won't go on to the another channel. Okay, whether the other branches and if it provides the good or not, they will don't go for it. They will just select the one which is the good quality that they already selected. Okay, so what is the need for this? So in the selection diversity, they have to go through all the branches. Okay, so that is the selection diversity has selection criteria that all the diversity branches have to be monitored in order to know when to select a different antenna. Okay, so in that selection diversity we have to go through all the path. Okay, then only we have to select the best one. So it is one of the disadvantage, that is we have to go through all. So we have to increase the hardware effort and it will reduce the spectral efficiency. Okay, so to overcome this selection diversity drawback, we are using this switch diversity. So what about the need of this selection switch diversity? That is, in the selection diversity, it has the selection criteria that all the diversity branches have to be monitored in order to know when to select a different antenna. Okay, this leads to the increase hardware effort and reduce the spectral efficiency. So just to overcome this selection diversity drawbacks, switch diversity is used. So the parameters of this switch diversity are switching threshold and hysteresis time. That is, they will set some threshold value, right? And the hysteresis time. Then feedback or scanning diversity. Okay, in the scanning diversity, it is just similar to the selection diversity. Okay, expect that instead of always using the burst of M signal, the M signals are scanned in a fixed sequence until one is found to be above the predetermined threshold value. Okay, so here in this feedback or scanning diversity, it is just similar to the selection diversity. Okay, so in this selection diversity, they will use the best of the signal, right? But in this they will set some threshold value. Okay, so it will the m number of signals will scanned continuously and will found on scan continuously until it found to be above a particular threshold value. This signal is received until it falls below the threshold and the scanning purpose is again initiated. Okay, so that signals will be taken. Instead of selecting the best among the n signal, the n inputs are scanned one by one. They will scan the signal one by one until an input above a threshold SNR is found. Okay, until an input above a threshold SNR is found. This input is used until the SNR falls below the threshold and the scanning is again initiated. Okay. So this is the block diagram of the scanning diversity. So they will compare this. So that will be a comparator will be there. So the so based on the threshold value, they will compare and they will find the output. So the main advantages of this scanning diversity is it is very simple to implement and only one receiver is required. So the main disadvantages is that is in the above in the previous in many other diversity methods they were many receivers, right? So the main advantages of this is it is very simple to implement and we just need only one receiver. Okay, so the disadvantages is the resulting fading statistics are somewhat inferior to those obtained by the other methods. Maximal ratio combining. Okay, so the next method is maximal ratio combining. In this method, the signals from all the n branches are weighted according to their individual signal voltage to noise power ratio and then summed. Here what they are doing is so in this method, the signal from all branches, there will be n number of transmitted signals, right? So the signal from all the n branches are weighted. They will, we know, right, so how the weights will be added, are weighted according to their individual signal voltage to noise power ratio. Okay, so the n branches, signals from n branches are weighted according to their individual signal voltage to noise power ratio and then summed together. Okay, so an individual receiver and phasing circuit for each antenna elements and the individual signal must be co-phased before being summed. Okay. So the diagram for this is the diagram for this maximal ratio combining. We know there will be n number of transmitters from there, right? So from this n number of transmitters, this so n number of signals are going. Okay, these are weighted according to their individual signal voltage to noise power ratio. That is okay, then it will pass on to the summer circuit. Okay, here in the summer circuit the individual signal must be co-phased. Okay, they will set the phase before being summed up, which generally requires an individual receiver and phasing circuit for each antenna element. So the maximal ratio combining produces an output SNR. Here in this it will just produce an output signal to noise ratio which is equal to the sum of the individual signal to noise ratio. So here what about the advantages here? It gives the best statistical reduction of fading of any unknown linear diversity combines. Okay, so here in this it will just provide the reduction of the fading. Okay, so what here it happen is there will be n number of signals will be there. So from this n number of signals, it will be weighted. Okay, they will provide some weight for each of the signal according to their signal voltage to noise power ratio. Okay, so then the individual signal must be co-phased. They will co-phased before being summed. Okay, which generally requires the individual receiver and phasing circuit for each antenna. So then it will produce an output SNR which is equal to the sum of the individual SNR. So the main advantages of this maximal ratio combiner is it requires individual receiver and phasing circuit for each antenna element. Okay, so it just for each of this signal it requires individual receiver and phasing circuit. Okay, for each of the antenna elements. It has high implementation cost. Why it has high implementation cost? That is, it requires individual receiver and phasing circuit for each antenna elements, right? So the implementation cost is very high. Next one is the equal gain diversity. So in the equal gain diversity, here in this method the branch weights are all set to unity. Okay, here the weight we know in the maximal ratio combiner we are providing some weight, right, for each of the signal. Okay, here in this equal gain diversity the branch weights are set to unity. It will set some value, that is unit value for the branch weight. Okay, then the signals from each branches are co-phased to provide equal gain combining diversity. Okay, but the signal from each branch are co-phased to provide equal gain combining diversity. Okay, it will just provide some co-phased for the signal from each branches just to provide the equal gain combining diversity. From the name itself, equal gain means what? They will provide a unity gain. Okay, this allows the receiver to exploit the signal that are simultaneously received on each branch. So the main advantages of this is the performance is only marginally inferior to maximal ratio combining and superior to selection diversity. The next one is the polarization diversity. So here in this polarization diversity, it will be based on the polarization. Okay, there is two types of polarization, horizontal as well as the vertical polarization. So here the main principle of this polarization diversity is it relies on the decorrelation of the two receive ports to achieve diversity gain. Okay, so it will mainly mainly concentrate on the decorrelation of the two receiver ports to achieve diversity gain. So here in this, the two receiver ports remains cross polarized. Cross polarization will be there between the two receiver ports. So in the polarization diversity, it compares the pairs of antenna with orthogonal polarization. In this diversity, the transmitted signal with horizontal or vertical polarization is received by antenna with two elements. Okay, so two polarization is there. So from the transmitter they are to the receiver, in the receiver side they are receiving two diversity, that is horizontal or vertical polarization is received, okay, with two elements. So one element is used for the horizontal polarization, okay, and the another one is used for the vertical polarization. So normally in the wireless communication system we are usually using vertical polarization, okay. So because this is more convenient for use with portable and mobile antenna. So normally we are using which type of polarization? Vertical polarization is used. Why we are using vertical polarization? It is more convenient for use with the portable and mobile antenna. A vertically polarized signal may be transformed into horizontal polarization due to multipath propagation. The vertically polarized signal may be transformed into horizontal polarization due to multipath propagation. The signal received is any polarization will be interpreted by the two element antenna. Just you have to read it, okay, that's enough for that. So the main advantages is it just reduces the multipath delay spread. Multipath delay spread is reduced by using this polarization antenna. So next one is the time diversity. So here we know from the transmitter and receiver we are sending data, right? It will goes through various paths. So this wireless propagation channel, various channels will be there. So this is time variant, okay. So the signals will received at different times. So the signal representing the same information are sent over the same channel at different time. So that what is time diversity? They will send at different times. Okay. So the time diversity repeatedly transmit information at time spacing that exceeds the coherence time of the channel. Multiple repetition of signals will be received with independent fading conditions, thereby providing for diversity. Okay. So here what about this? In various time where the signals are sending at various times, right? So there is signals will be received with independent fading condition, thereby providing the diversity. So the information is transmitted at this spacing that exceeds the coherence time of the channel. So the main disadvantages of this is it requires spare bandwidth. Also, as many receivers are there, are channels used for the frequency diversity. So next one is the rake receiver. Just rake receiver you have to study, okay, study and write notes. Have to study by yourself. Okay, thank you dear students.